Hey, it's Mirna from Happiness Academy. Welcome to the Happiness Academy podcast, a place where you can discover practical, simple, yet effective tools from the science of positive psychology. You're at the right place if you're looking to live a life of well-being and joy, staying resilient when facing any challenges, and incorporating a sense of meaning in things you do. Ready? Let's dive in. Are you preparing for a big new start? Maybe you're just, closing off summer and are getting ready for a new season and autumn coming and restart of the whole everyday regular life. Or maybe for you, it's something bigger. Maybe you're changing a job or a career. Maybe you're welcoming a new family member or saying goodbye to a family member. Maybe you're moving to a new house or a new country or a new location, or maybe you're considering moving. Maybe you're starting a whole new chapter in some of the many, many other ways that we keep on starting and restarting new chapters in our life. Whichever it is really important in these times of transition to nicely close off the past and nicely, clearly open up towards the future. So what we want to do in a moment like that, we want to stop for a moment and we want to take a moment to build gratitude and appreciation towards everything in our past that we experienced in this previous chapter. Then we also want to build some excitement and openness towards the future. And finally, we also want to take a moment to savor this present unique moment of transition that we are experiencing right now, to honor this experience of this moment. So today, in this video, I'm sharing with you, or a podcast, wherever it is that you're listening, I'm sharing with you 5 questions for each of these 3 steps: gratitude towards the past, excitement towards the future, and savoring the present. Of course, if you're loving and enjoying the questions like this, do jump on Happiness Academy newsletter as well. I'm sharing a lot of similar content there in a bit different format, but also with many tools and insights. Now, are you ready? Okay, here are the 5 questions to build a bit more of gratitude towards the past. First one, it's very straightforward. What can I be grateful for in this previous chapter? And you can focus it on the whole past and say, what can I be grateful for in my past? But you can also focus it more around this, the last chapter depends what is the transition you're doing. Like, in my previous job, in my life as, single person, or in my life as a non-parent. What can I be grateful for in this previous chapter of my life? And try to think things big and try to think things small as well. And by the way, for all of the questions that I share about gratitude towards past, you can use them or think about them in 3 different ways. One is to just, pick a question and take a bit of time to reflect on this. Give a bit of time and honor your past through this reflection. You can also take a moment to journal about it if that works nicer for you. Just write a little bit about your thoughts and answers to these questions. But you can also share it with someone. Choose a person who is the right buddy for this reflection and just engage in a conversation with them and sharing with them what it is that you're appreciating about this previous chapter. Okay, now back to the question. First one was kind of basic. What am I grateful for? Big things, small things. The second question to open up gratitude towards past is, what are my learnings from the past? So what are these, things from this past experience? It could be easy things, difficult things, happy things, upsetting things, anything. Failures, mistakes, or positive experiences. But from all the things I experienced in the past, how did these things, in a way, made me a better person? What did I learn through these things? What did I discover about myself, about the world? What skills did I develop? How did it impact my personal growth and my experience? So the overarching question for number 2 is, what are my learnings out of my past? And if you want to reflect on this as we go, don't be shy. Stop the recording or the video, the podcast, wherever you are, and just think about it a little bit before moving on to the next question. Question number 3 is, how did my past shape my identity and the person that I am today? A bit similar to the second, but a bit different flavor. How did it shape my identity? My perception, my values, how I see myself, how I am, how I show up, how I communicate. How did my past shape me into the person I am today? And you can add on, what can I appreciate about that? Or what do I appreciate about the person that I am? Now, the question number 4 is a happy one. And it is basically, what are my favorite memories that I wish to cherish and that I will always cherish? What are my favorite memories from these past experiences? And again, do stop, reflect a bit if you wish to go do this reflection as we go. And with the favorite memories, it's also really nice. You can build some reminders of them, like, put a photo somewhere that will be reminding you of that or capturing it in some other way. And with that, we're moving into gratitude question number 5, which is, who are people from the past who I will be grateful for something they did, or who I am grateful to for something that I did? And to this one, you can also add on, and how can I, or how would I like to express that gratitude if I would? So first, spend a bit of time on who are the people and why am I grateful to them? And then ask already also, do I want to somehow express this gratitude? Okay, so think, for gratitude towards past, which of the 5 questions do you want to play with? I'll summarize them really quickly. Feel free to pick one already now, pause and reflect a bit on it. So first one was, what am I grateful for in my past? Second one, what were my learnings? Third one, how did it shape my identity and the person who I am? 4, favorite positive memories to cherish. And 5, who are people I'm grateful to? Now, once you do the reflection towards the past and close it off with a bit of gratitude and appreciation, you're ready to let it go. Maybe do something symbolic, breathe out real big, or write it all on the paper and then kind of crumple that paper and say bye-bye and throw it away. Or you might also want to do something symbolic to close off that past for yourself, to, in a way, to celebrate. And then you might want to build a sense of excitement and adventure towards the future. It's really nice to do this once you closed off the past already, but it's also okay to mix and match. So, to get more excited about the future, let's start with the basic question. Question number 1, what am I most excited about in this new chapter, in this new adventure? Easy, basic, really good foundation to start with. Question number 2 is then, what am I concerned or worried about in the upcoming future? And then once you answer it, we go into, and what would it take, or what would I need to do in order to move from this concern into excitement? Is there something I need to do? Is there some way I need to prepare myself? Are there some actions I need to do? Are there some people I should talk to? Do I need to just work a little bit with my thoughts and the way I think about this new experience and my mindset? Or do I need to actually actively prepare myself for this? So what would it take for me to move from concern or worry or maybe even fear about this future towards excitement and looking forward to this future? This is a big one. Do take time for this one. Then question number 3, it's a bit related. It's basically, how can I set up myself for success? So how can I set up myself for success in this new role, in this new occasion, opportunity, and so on? And here again, you want to think about your actions, but also about your thoughts. What can I do, but also what should I be thinking about, or how can I have different perspective over it to set up myself for success in this new situation that is open? Ready for question number 4? Using this energy of the new beginning, what else would I like to refresh, restart, or start doing? Let me say that one again. Using this energy of a fresh new start, of a fresh new beginning, what else in my life do I wish to refresh, restart, or start all new? And you could think down the line of, different habits. Do I wish to, get back to sports, be getting up earlier, eat better, connect with people more mindfully, be more responsible and coming always on time? Do I wish to boost my creativity a bit? You could think about anything, about the mindset. You could even think about things. Do I wish to clean up my wardrobe for this new beginning, or, reshuffle my furniture a bit? So what are the things that, using this energy of the new beginning, I also want to restart a bit, clear out, open up, and just recommit to? Really powerful questions. So do take a time to think about it. You can pause now, or you can do it on your own later. And then the number 5 about excitement and starting off new is who am I looking forward to share this journey with? Do not limit yourself to one person, name whoever you want. And also how. How do I wish to be sharing this journey with them? How do I wish to connect with them? How do I wish to celebrate with them? So who do I wish to share this journey and this excitement with? Okay, are you ready for the part number 3, which is all about savoring the present? And the number 3, savoring the present, it's all about giving focus and attention to all these things we're experiencing right now. Whichever transition this is, it's a unique moment in our life. And while we want to honor the past and getting excited about the future, we don't want to get lost in thinking just about the past and future. We also want to live our life in the present in a mindful way, in a grounded way. And we do that by focusing on also what are we experiencing in the moment. So here are 5 more of exercises than questions that you can do to be better with savoring the present. First one is just like really bringing the focus onto what we're experiencing in this moment. You know, bringing the focus, how does this experience feel like? What is happening for me right now? Talking about it with people, reflecting on it, giving yourself a bit more space than you normally would, staying with that experience a bit, acknowledging that this is a unique moment that is happening just now. Just giving it a bit of, energy and attention. The second way of savoring this moment is to tune more into our body, thoughts, and emotions. So noticing a little bit more, also our needs and wants and the flavor of this experience for us. So kind of turning towards us, not just the experience of the one, but also us, and noticing, hey, what is happening in my body these days? What do I need? Do I need more space? Do I need more excitement? Do I need more connections with others? Do I need more support? Do I need to prepare myself for this next journey better? What do I need? What do I need physically? What do I need mentally? What do I need emotionally? Do I need to recharge my energy? Do I need to close this previous chapter in some symbolic way? Do I need to talk to someone who's been in a similar experience? Like, what do I need to go through this in the best way? But really thinking of all 3 levels, body, mind, and emotion. The number 3 to savor the present is joy spotting. In other words, I'm sure that this experience, whichever transition or change it is, they always come with a complex set of emotions. There can be many enjoyable and positives. There can also be many scary ones and negatives. Regardless of which ones are dominating, let's lean into some of the positive ones. That doesn't mean we don't want to acknowledge and give ourselves time to process also the uncomfortable emotions that might arise. But we also want to nourish and grow and feed with our attention all the positive ones that show up. We really want to savor them. And we do that by noticing them, by basically saying, when I have moments of joy today or moment of whatever else, wonder, fun, amusement, gratitude, I will just notice that I'm having that moment and I will name it and I will give it a bit of attention. So doing that, noticing sparks of joy, sparks of positivity within this period and just, acknowledging them and enjoying them a little bit more consciously. We have 2 left. Number 4 is all about tuning into our senses. If you would also like a tool that in general always you can use to come back to present moment, to be more grounded, to be more present, to be more like aware of things around you, a shortcut for that is always to use your senses, to tune into especially your sense of touch and like body in general, but also your sense of sight and hearing and smell and taste and everything else. So to get grounded a bit more in present when you notice that your thoughts are escaping too quickly into the past or into the future, just put your attention into what am I feeling right now with my sense of touch and maybe touching something. I love touching plants. To me, that is a really grounding thing that really helps. But like touching something maybe and just noticing how does that touch feel. You could also do a little exercise of saying, what am I seeing now? And just observing the environment around you really mindfully and really carefully and tuning into the details and just spending a couple of minutes doing that. Or the same thing for any of the other senses. But this tuning into the senses will ground you back into the present and open you more to the experience of this immediate moment. And finally, the number 5 is the turning on of curiosity. So that is one which is if senses are a physical shortcut, then curiosity is mental shortcut. You want to be more present, you want to be more engaged in the world around you, you want to be more aware of what's happening. Start by being curious. Just go like, oh, what is happening here? What is this? How can I think about this? What would an alien, if they landed here right now, think about this situation and about this transition? How would I describe this transition to someone from a totally different culture and background? What would I say about it? How can I see this transition with new eyes and new perspective? What would my dog think about this moment of this transition? Curiosity is really always helpful for us to become more aware. What are we experiencing? What is happening? Because then we're not so immersed in it, but we see it from outside, and through that we notice it a little bit better. Now, as always, the most relevant question is, what is it for you that you will do from all these things? I shared with you 5 things to close off past with gratitude, 5 things to open up towards future with excitement, and 5 things to savor the present a little bit more mindfully. The really important question here is, which of these 3 areas are most important for you? It's great if you choose one exercise or question under each, but it's even more important to choose which of these 3 do you tend to, skim through, neglect a bit, not giving much space. So give that one a little bit more space this time for this transition. Choose which one deserves a bit more of your energy and attention and a bit more reflection on these questions and exercises. And put it in practice these days. It will make the transition nicer and smoother. It will help you with that new start, but it can also be a very enjoyable experience that will contribute to your well-being by doing this little reflection, connecting gratitude, excitement, and mindfulness all together. I very much hope you enjoyed the topic today. I very much hope you will use this in these exercises. Even if you're not in a transition, you could still use them. And if you wish to continue learning with me, except staying tuned into this podcast, you can also join us on Happiness Academy newsletter. I send it every Thursday. I share many tools and ideas in it as well. Sometimes a little bit different than the podcast ones. So let's meet there as well. I will link it in the description. And if you have any feedback, any comments, any ideas, do get in touch. You can do it via Instagram, you can do it via comments on podcast or YouTube on any of the platforms. And you can do it also by replying to the newsletter. That's actually the best way to reach me very directly and share any of your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And if you're enjoying this podcast, it will always be super appreciated if you share it a bit further and also if you rate it. So a bit more people gets to hear from me. Thank you. Have an amazing day ahead. Thank you for exploring this topic with me. I hope you found some exciting ideas and tools that you will use already today. Remember, they only work if you put them in practice, but then they make all the difference. If you like Happiness Academy podcast, do leave us a rating and a review. It will be really helpful. And if you haven't done it yet, click on the links in the episode description to discover free materials and valuable resources to dive in deeper. See you in the next episode or at the Happiness Academy newsletter.